the day has come. We're going to have our round 1 fantasy draft for our fantasy booking league. And for those of us that don't follow us on Instagram, I have posted the rules for our draft, along with the other things we've talked about over time. They have to be alive. They have to be able-bodied. Those are some like kind of obvious things. We don't want to just bring people back from the dead, because I know you want to bring back Chris Benoit, but I'm sorry.
Oh, I do. I do.
I'm sorry. So roster requirements. By the time we're done, you have to have at least 12 men singles on your roster, 8 women on your roster, and a minimum of 8 tag teams on the roster. So as I've said multiple times already, today we're going to draft the top 10 people you want on your roster, regardless of the category. So if you want to draft 5 singles, 2 women, 3 tag teams, whatever, just the most important people to your roster you're going to draft tonight, the top 10. Next week, week 2, we're going to finish the women's category. So let's say you draft no women tonight. You can draft your minimum 8 women next week. If you want 12, you can have 12. You want 20 women, you can have 20. But a minimum of 8. Week 3.
Love to have 20 women.
Week 3, we're going to do tag teams, finish the tag division. And week 4, we'll finish the men's single division. Now, tag teams and factions. Here's how we're going to determine how you can draft multiple people in one pick. Any grouping of wrestlers that has been previously acknowledged as a tag team or faction can be drafted in one pick.
So as the New Days with their Freebird rule,
yes,
or the Dudleys,
yes,
or anybody of that nature, don't go around just picking tag teams that was tag team for a month and no longer a tag team at this point. It's got to be a long-term tag team that is acknowledged as a tag team, people.
Right, you can't take Cena and Orton because they had a match against the Nexus. That's not a tag team. But you can take Jericho. You can take Y2AJ. You can take Jericho and Hager. Those are pre-existing tag teams.
What you call it can be taken? Rated R? Because they was a tag team for how long?
Rated FTR?
Yeah.
Yeah, technically, yeah. That was a faction, yeah.
Okay. We'll make sure.
The next rule is pre-existing tag teams or factions can be drafted in whole, in parts, or as a single. So, again, back to New Day. If you want just Kofi, take just Kofi. If you want Kofi and Woods, take just Kofi and Woods. If you want to draft the Bullet Club, but you only want G.O.D., Finn Balor, and the Good Brothers, you can do that.
Cool.
And the final. I already said this in a part of the other rule, but if you want to create a new tag team or faction, you must draft them as singles. Because I do have a tag team that I want to make, so I'm going to have to draft the 2 people separately. Actually, it's a trio, but yeah, I have to draft them all separately. All right, I will give you first pick.
Okay, so after some consideration, people being let go, people I've been having my eye on for a long time. You know me, I'm going to go with my top decision of Cesaro.
Wow, Cesaro was going to be a major player on my show.
And only I choose Cesaro, simple fact. I've been following Cesaro for so long. That man deserves so much. He ain't getting it. So I feel like in my show, I will give him everything that he needs to show that he can really be a champion.
Cesaro, I was going to start him out in my pure division, let him showcase his skills, and then I was going to move him up to the heavyweight championship division, and that will not happen now. So my number 1 pick. It's going to be an interesting one. I know it's somebody you're not going to pick, but I just have to have them for the sake of when they were, again, recently released. Obviously it's a tag team. I said they. I just don't understand why They were nailing their gimmick every time they were on TV. They got split up. I don't know why they got split up because it was a waste for them to split them up when they did. I'm drafting the Iconics.
Ooh, you're right. That's a draft I wouldn't even have thought of. Jesus Christ.
That's interesting.
The Iconics. Those are my girls. I love them.
Yeah, you're right. They are, because I remember he bought the shirt.
Yeah. Those are my girls. I'm going with the Iconics. All right, your number 2 pick.
My number 2 pick was going to be for my pure wrestling division of guys who got to prove themselves really good. So I had chosen Alexander.
Cedric Alexander. Okay.
Because I chose him after we said we was going to do this week. I started watching top finishing moves of like indie wrestlers, and I was like, I wonder how many times Alexander is up here. I think I watched like 7 parts, and Alexander was probably like 53 of those damn things.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, he don't get this shine in WWE either, so he's gonna have to come over here with me.
All right, let me ponder this list real quick. All right, my number 2 pick. Don't you dare be sour. Clap your hands and feel the power. It's a new day. Yes, it is.
I wanted to go for my tag team division.
That was a bomb word. That was good.
Thank you.
I wanted to go for my tag team division.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You're
down the road, they're going to get drafted somewhere else.
Before we go too far, the week we were doing referees, you said you might want to trade for Mike Chioda. I will be willing to accept that trade because I might need to borrow somebody as a manager from your show. You can have them full time, but I might need them as a manager. I'm just putting that on the table. Just putting that on the table.
Right, we can talk about that trade. We can do that.
Okay, so who's your number 3 pick?
Okay, so my number 3 pick is not coming from the States. They are coming all the way from the land of ROH. And I'm picking my boy, New Jersey's own Ric Flair greatest impersonator, Jay Lethal. Gotta get my boy.
Great choice.
Great choice.
I'm telling you, I feel like me and him sit down and have a good drink. It'd be the best day ever.
Let's see, where do I want to go from here? I'm going to take, with my next pick, the man who's been considered the John Cena of Japan, Kazuchika Okada.
Oh. Hey, you went all the way there. Jesus Lord.
That's a good choice. Although you'd have some work to do to get him familiarized in the States.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anybody says, Okada is not over in the States by a very small margin of people.
Yes. But I assume once he gets exposure, it shouldn't be hard to familiarize him.
I would have thought the same thing about Nakamura.
I think that's just bad booking because NXT it worked, but then once you brought him to the main roster, it was just bad booking.
I would say that the NXT worked at first, just like the main roster worked at first.
No, I think main roster was a failure from the beginning.
Really, I thought they did okay with him. I mean, yeah, he lost to Jinder Mahal, but like, all right. But then he won the Rumble.
And then bad booking from there on.
I thought it would be bad booking, not even from the Rumble, but from him and AJ at WrestleMania, where he kept doing nut shots to AJ every time he get a chance.
Mm-hmm.
That match was not what I wanted it to be.
It was not the match nobody wanted it to be.
All three of their matches to me were letdowns. I felt like it felt like a style clash.
I think a bunch of us probably looked at their Wrestle Kingdom match and was like, yo, that's insane.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're going to get. And then
we got nothing close to it. All right, who's your number 4 pick?
My number 4 pick is going to be a group. And you already know what kind of group it's going to be. We hold these fingers up in the air for this Too Sweet
the Bullet Club.
What version of the Bullet Club?
This version of the Bullet Club with God, Kenta, Switchblade, that version.
Switchblade. I'm trying to think of who else in case I need somebody out of the Bullet Club.
Bad Luck Faye. Who else is God?
Oh, you mean
Kenta.
you mean currently? Firing
Yeah,
Squad.
the current.
Okay,
yeah,
Firing
the
Squad.
current.
Okay, I got you. All right, I don't think I need anybody that's currently in Firing Squad, so that leaves me some options. All right, my next pick, I'm going to take a 14-time world heavyweight champion, a third-generation wrestler, Randall Keith Orton.
Best choice so far. When one of you guys going to draft the right to censor?
First of all, don't get it twisted. I thought about it. Don't get it twisted. I'm still thinking about just what the fuck of it. They might get drafted down the road when we do other things, but they might still get drafted to me. I don't get twisted. I still love their just natural plain theme of just that sense of noise going on.
I do have a comedic gimmick written down for later on. I'm not going to draft them early. I do have a comedic gimmick to work with. All right, who's your number 5?
Number 5, I'm going to switch away from the men for a while. I'm going to go to the women. And I'm going to go to the biggest thing on NXT roster, and I'm going to go with Tara Stone.
Oh! Jesus.
She's been my wrestling goddess. Like how people say, oh, Charlotte is a female wrestling god. No, Tara Strong to me in New Japan and across seas is my Charlotte. And that's before I saw all the cake.
Yeah, I really wanted Toni Storm so bad. All right, I had something to do with her too. I had big plans for her.
I got some things to do with her too. There's a lot of big plans.
All right,
Can we go into detail?
Oh, we go
all
detail for
X-rated.
that.
All X-rated.
We go detail for that. Look, we go detail for that. That's our OnlyFans type of talk after this point.
All right. Let me look at my tag division. That's on the next page. I want somebody from the tag division now. Yes, my tag division. I'm taking somebody we were talking about earlier during this episode. It ain't Paranoia. It's the Usos.
Funny, I thought that would be your first pick for some weird reason.
Arguably the best tag team in the world when they're teaming.
Yes. I really thought that would be your first pick when you first said who you was picking. I thought you were going to go Usos immediately.
Oh. Actually, I was going to do New Day number 1, but then I was like, just for the pop, I have to go Iconics, just for the pop.
I would have rather you drafted right to censor.
No, just because one of us now have to take right to censor at some point.
The good father.
I told you I would take him because I need the good father, I need Ivory, and I need Stevie Richards. Boo Buchanan I can give two fucks about. I don't give a rat's ass about him. But the other three, boy, that's my team.
All right, your number 6 pick.
Oh, well, you took the Usos. I knew you were going to do it. I'm taking Naomi.
All right. That works for me. She was not on my radar.
Alex is now Alex the homewrecker.
Alex the homewrecker. Oh yeah, we just split up a couple.
Yep. So yeah, man, it is what it is at this point. Shit, they're gonna have to learn how to send text messages.
All right.
Listen, Jimmy has enough on his hands driving. He doesn't need any other distractions.
Yeah, that is true.
All right, I'm gonna continue on my list of heel singles. World champion for well over 600 and something days. I lost count. The national treasure, Nick Aldis.
Ooh. You took Nick Aldis.
Sleeper pick. That's a good one.
I find that great. He took Nick Aldis. He wasn't on my radar, but he was somebody I was thinking about having to round out the rest of the roster for most of the guys that are going to wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got a question for you guys, kind of
Mhm.
off topic for a second. If he got put in like a big spot, like how do you think he would do in like a WWE or AEW with the top?
I don't see why it wouldn't work.
In
It's,
AEW,
it's,
he
it's
will
just
work
another
great.
offshoot of the Ric Flair gimmick. When you give
Yeah,
that
and it-
person the opportunity to flourish, it works.
I feel he has like
In
half the swag of Ric Flair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like AEW, he would thrive in there. That WWE, I feel like they would set him on a path to be like, oh yeah, you're going to be a top guy, and then he'd be it for like a quarter of the year, and then the rest of this whole time he's going to be mid card.
But don't you think AEW already has Nick Aldis when they have Cody?
Yeah, but at the same
Yeah.
time, Cody's like Triple H.
Yeah, so is Nick Aldis. They're all
Yeah,
cut from the
but-
same cloth.
Mhm.
Yeah, but don't think about Nick Aldis is he doesn't have a high position in the company, so he would just be a pure wrestler.
Right.
Well, I'm talking mainly on screen though, like presentation. Like it's like to me, it's like the same
I'm about to
guy.
say- I'm about to say yeah, it would, but you also think about it. Old Triple H was damn near like Ric Flair, and they was in the same team as Evolution.
Well, Ric Flair was also well past his prime.
Yeah.
Well, that's his prime, but the man still can go though at that point.
Yeah. All right. Your number 7 pick is.
Oh, my number 7 pick is going to be a tag team from back in the Disney, and all they used to do was drink and make money.
APA.
Oh no, I'm going APA too, but no, I'm going beer money.
Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. I just assumed APA.
At first, I did too, but
Yeah,
that might be my favorite
I-
pick so far.
I'm about to say, don't get twisted. I love the APA. I love them dearly.
All right.
JBL's
Rude and
a dick,
Storm.
and I don't need a dick on my team.
Okay. Rude and
So
Storm.
far, I think that's definitely my favorite pick. I love that team.
Okay. Not much build up to this one. I just have to have Charlotte.
Oh, you can have that. That wasn't on my radar.
I need Charlotte.
If you can have a women's division, she's probably the best first choice. Not the Iconics, Charlotte.
Yeah.
How many people I'm up to so far? Now?
You are now on number 8.
Okay. Number 8 for me is going to be. It's going to be a swerve at it. You dig?
Okay.
And I'm going with the new North America champion, Swerve. I don't need to hit. I don't need a hit record.
Oh, you don't want to swerve. You just want swerve.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I feel you. All right, we're going to stay in the women's division. And if I'm wrong about our rules of people being actually able to wrestle on this one, but I'd like to draft Paige.
I think right now, I don't think you would be wrong because she did say her neck was good, but WWE don't want to risk it. So I feel like she is able to come back and wrestle. They just don't want to risk it.
Okay, because I would assume she falls under the Edge, Daniel Bryan, Christian category where it's healed enough where she can wrestle, but WWE just doesn't want to clear her.
Yeah, but my only thing is, are we sure? So I mean, you could draft her. It's all good.
Okay.
But, like you might be getting damaged goods.
Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is your number 9, sir.
Okay. My number 9 had me think about it for a while. And it's going to be a woman. And I'm going with Sasha.
Wow.
I'm going with Boss. You know, I kind of figured you were going to take Charlotte, and I was like, I don't really need Charlotte. I kind of just only want Sasha.
Oh, I've completely forgotten Kelvin. I'll read Kelvin's right before we go off the air. I've completely omitted Kelvin. I'm sorry, Kelvin. All right, my number 9. I need a legend on my my roster. My legend, my gatekeeper. The gatekeeper of all gatekeepers. The dead man, The Undertaker.
That's funny. Because I wouldn't take her, but at the same time, I didn't. Because my next one was going to be Kane.
Okay.
I wanted that one legend also, but I was like, getting Undertaker would be almost the thing I feel like everybody would try to draft over. So I was like, I'm gonna draft Kane instead.
All right. That was your number. That was your 10, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's your number 10. So I will round out my number 10. Do I go back to the women's division for this one? Or do I go tag? Let's go tag.
Oh, whatever feels right.
Let's go tag. I'm going to take FTR and Tully because I know you're not taking FTR.
Goddamn right, I'm taking FTR. You can have them.
I got a question for you though.
Okay.
How come? Why not draft them with Orton and get two? You know what I mean?
I didn't think of it at the time when I wrote them down, and Alex said it like 5 minutes ago, but I didn't think of it at the time.
Yeah, because I thought about when you sent me the list. I was like, oh, we could draft teams that were tag teams. And I was like, Orton and FTR was
also because I want them with Tully, not with Randy, so I have to draft it this way because Tully wouldn't exist with Randy.
Tully with Randy though?
Yeah, that'd be good. All right, let me read through Kelvin's picks real quick before we go off the air. First of all, overall, Kelvin has taken Jon Moxley. Number 2, Santana and Ortiz. Number 3, Minoru Suzuki. Number 4, Death Triangle. Number 5, Eva Lise. Wow, okay. Number 6, Schlack.
Schlack is an excellent choice.
Not familiar with Schlack.
Deathmatch guy.
Okay. Well, there we go with number 7, Nick Gage.
Damn it.
Number 8, Diamante. Wow, he took Eva Lise and Diamante. Number 9, back to the deathmatch, Sami Callihan. And hopefully, Kelvin, you can get number 10 in before we go off the air. What's up, Titantron? They said hello. Yeah, we're doing the draft today, but it's almost the end of the episode. So, yeah, that's the end of the episode.